Hello everybody, welcome back to another user-submitted game here for Mechabellum. We have RGL Trinity picking up Speed Specialist with Arclight Stormcaller, excuse me. Absolutely fantastic hand. I do like the Speed Specialist. It really does convey itself well to pretty much any playstyle, and it has a huge HP pool. DasTruls, I would be tempted by this Aerial Specialist and possibly the Giant Specialist, or DasTruls, depending on how you'd like to pronounce that. Unfortunately, it looks like DasTruls has gone with the Aerial Specialist, and that is not going to go very well for him in this opening round. I would highly recommend that he pick up maybe some Crawlers or even just another unit of Mustang. The RGL probably going to pick up some Crawlers himself. Yeah, there it is. These Crawlers are going to do extremely well in the early game. Crawlers have a higher HP pool than Fang. Not only that, the Mustangs struggle to take care of Crawlers, so do Snipers. So having these Crawlers on the field is great. Of course, the answer to this would be Arclights. However, the Stormcallers are an excellent answer to Arclights. This is why having Arclight Stormcaller as an opening hand is quite powerful, just because you can deal with chaff, and you can deal with heavily armored, even giant units with these Stormcallers. And one Stormcaller has he knows what he wants. He wants that Sniper's head. These Arclights are a little bit too far positioned forward, and they do go down to sniper fire early, but the Stormcallers make up for it, taking out snipers without much of an issue. Crawlers even make it into to the Mustangs. Wow! Complete obliteration. Well done. Let's see if these Mustangs can make it in. Mustangs are quick enough to dodge under Stormcaller shots, but when they stop to actually shoot, unless there's a critical mass of Mustangs, they're not going to be able to chew through the Stormcallers in time. I have seen it quite often where a unit of Mustang will approach the Stormcallers, they'll start shooting, maybe even get 2 or 3, and then go down to the return fire of Stormcallers. Oh, okay. DasTruls actually picks up Arclights here. He realized that he needs some type of Arclights. I wouldn't be surprised if he upgrades them. Yes, he does. Getting the level 2 Arclights, very good choice. Unfortunately, those Arclights will suffer still from Stormcaller shots. However, level 2 Arclights do survive quite well against the Stormcaller shots. Stormcallers deal roughly 1,000 damage a shot. Now, it is worth noting that's 1,000 damage per missile. So Stormcallers do deceptively high damage. Good missile hits here. Wow! Pretty good on the right, not as great on the left. I like to think that my missiles need to get around 200 to 500 damage in order to be worth it. Wow, the Stormcaller shots absolutely obliterate the Arclights. That is unfortunate, but the Mustang may be able to push through here. Let's see if my earlier prediction is right. Yes, it looks like the majority of the Mustang go down on the left. Is there enough, though? I would think so. And that's the great thing about Mustang, is that they can spread out. Stormcallers will normally only shoot at a pocket, and the rest of your Mustang can get in there and clean it up. Orbital bombardment for both players, I would presume. Yes. Looks like RGL Trinity agrees with me. DasTruls does pick it up as well. Okay. More tanks. Tanks are a great answer to Arclights. Wow. And the anti-missile missile interceptor here for the Mustang. Now, there are 3 units of Mustang, so they should be able to easily take care of 2 units of Stormcaller shots. And you know what's great about this is that level 1 Mustang, they only do 36 damage, can shoot down 1,991's worth of damage from a Stormcaller shot, just utterly neutering the Stormcallers. And Mustang never stops shooting. So they'll tag the Stormcaller shots and then be able to shoot through onto these tanks and things later. They just need to survive. These shields will go down because of the Mustangs, so this actually protects these units for a very long time. Down go all the Stormcaller shots. Does one land? No. Ooh, and these Mustang are doing a great job. Now, it is worth noting, I'm not sure if this is meant to happen, but Mustang can, yeah, they can shoot down Stormcaller shots inside of a shield. It's super weird. It doesn't damage the shield either, but they can just shoot down anything within the shield. I have had 2 units of Stormcallers sitting inside of shields while my Mustang are on the outside of it, just blocking all of the shots. It's really an odd interaction, but it's kind of fun. These Stormcallers may end up cleaning this up as the amount of Mustang are just continually dropping. It is also worth noting that when your towers go down, whether it be the command center or research station, your Mustang just seem to shoot down Stormcaller shots significantly less. Even though their output of fire still seems to be the same, it does reduce the, it just they just shoot down a lot less. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, heavy armor coming out here for Trinity. He has the tanks. Did those tanks level? Yes. Ooh. Okay. Enhancement module coming out for DasTruls. He does have Mustang that cost 100 to upgrade, but there isn't anything to upgrade currently. Maybe saving this for something else. I don't know. Now, putting the enhancement module on like a unit of tanks or a fortress or something, and then getting the constant level up, the level up that you can do every 2 rounds with a skill specialist every round, is just absolutely incredible. I have seen level 10, or in this case, some like level 9 Mustang or Sledgehammers will just cut through most everything. Sledgies have a ton of HP because of that super heavy armor, and I don't know if there's anything here that can really deal with them. All of the chaff dies extremely quickly. Luckily, this Arclight has a little bit more support. Remember that RGL Trinity does have the ability to play out 3 units, and honestly, getting that early is exceedingly powerful, as just being able to slowly but surely out chaff your enemy, or in this case, if he needed to make a quick transition to something like a Vulcan, which would deal with the chaff very well. The reason I would recommend that RGL Trinity picks up a Vulcan here is because of the splash damage. Being able to take care of a lot of these Stormcallers, or a lot of these Mustang, so that the Stormcallers can get in and do the damage is very important. What else is interesting to note is that Stormcallers' fire rate isn't changed based on the downing of a tower. So having Stormcallers just delay Mustang, even though your tower is dropped, is very powerful. Let's see if these Mustang ever make it close enough to the Stormcallers to deal with them, as the Stormcaller shots, if one lands, it becomes more and more likely for the Mustang to go down, and I don't think these Mustang will have it in them. Down they go. Just speed this up a little bit. I love this feature. Being able to speed things up outside of editing is great. Goodbye, little Mustang. Good shot, and I'm going to leave that at 1.01 for anybody just to get super angry about. Ooh, defense specialist? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, both players pick it up here. The defense specialist on these Sledgehammers is insane. The Sledgehammers now each have 32,000 HP, and these Arclights are getting very dangerous for DasTruls. That could be very scary. You know, yeah, there's the snipers, but I would honestly say if RGL Trinity wanted to go down the route of madness, actually picking up more Stormcallers isn't a bad idea. Even though there's 4 units of Mustang, Stormcaller shots tend to just kind of get through. So having a couple of extra snipers here, though, will do very well for him. Upgrading these Stormcallers to level 3 is okay, but while the Mustang are a 2-to-1 ratio on the Stormcallers, it's very unlikely that any Stormcaller shots will get through. It's going to take a little bit of chaff clearing. This missile will do quite a bit of work here. Probably not getting an Arclight, though. Ooh, he'll get one with this little sniper. The sniper isn't doing a huge amount of damage because these Arclights are heavily upgraded. Well, the plinking away happens. It looks like this is going to be a huge push through on the left again for RGL Trinity, and I'm sorry about the map always kind of zooming around as I kind of open these up, but that's the way that Mechabellum works right now. There's no way to lock it out. Yeah, very good win here for RGL. It looks quite good. Now, DasTruls is a aerial specialist. Let's see if he leans into that. Unlocking some Phoenix or even just some Wasps here would go a very long way, as the only units that shoot up senior attack specialist probably coming out for both players. No, RGL opts for more armor. Puts them on the tanks, yeah. Man, these tanks are so heavy. Level 4 tanks. DasTruls, though, if he felt like it, could grab a couple units of Wasps, probably Wasps over Phoenix. There's only snipers that shoot up. The Wasps don't have a huge amount of damage to start with, but I like to have a few of them. It does push your opponent most likely to pick up Mustang, though, and Mustang are some of the best units in the game. At least I rate them quite highly. I'd put them in A tier currently, just because they have great DPS, they have great functionality, great utility, very good upgrades. It is what it is. Missile isn't going to land, but maybe one of these Stormcaller shots will. If even 1 or 2 of these Stormcaller shots impact the shield, that could do a lot of damage. In fact, none of them do. Here's some extra snipers, though. And it might not look like the snipers are doing much, but what they are doing is picking off Mustangs. And as... oh, wow, this guy's got a read. as these Mustangs do fall, it makes it more likely for the missiles to get through. None of those, though. None of those missiles. Let's see if this sniper is able to get through. The loss of the tower is huge here, and as the Mustang begin to shoot at the tower, they do switch aggro to take out Stormcaller shots. He really needs this tower to go down, though. Oh, and he does get it, but there's enough tanks here to kind of just absorb damage. Man, these arc lights are doing a lot of damage, though. 2,671. They do more damage than a level 1 sniper, I believe. I will have to take a look at that. Alright, it's just down to a few Mustangs. Mustangs will continue to just slowly roll up the field, but they won't be able to take this out. There's absolutely no way that this will happen, and with a few more of them dying, Stormcaller shots will land. Blammo! Great plays here by RGL Trinity. Let's see if he goes heavily into some more tanks, or what else he'll pick up. Top supply would be great. DasTruls thinks so. RGL Trinity definitely has the HP. Yes, both players opt for the top supply specialist. Man, there's going to be a lot of money on the field here in a few turns. Mass upgrades here for DasTruls. Mass upgrades for RGL Trinity. And a few more snipers. Now, both snipers have range. Importantly, though, the arc lights have elite marksman. Man, these arc lights are hitting very hard. 4,271 damage. And they're level 3. Man, that's going to be scary. RGL Trinity loves this missile. The missile's going to do less and less as these units continue to level, but he keeps getting a unit of crawlers with it. So that's not terrible. It does... Oh, no. The missiles won't land anymore because the Mustang, of course, have missile interception. And that's very powerful. Man, a huge win on the right. A fairly sizable win on the left for RGL, but a devastating loss on the right. I think that DasTruls has it this round. He has the Mustang to support it, and he still has a level 3 sniper to try and deal with some of these tanks. Oh, down goes the tower, though. At a very inopportune moment. The tanks are buzzy, just moving down the field. Will they land in time? Yeah, it looks like they're going to get in. The tanks need to shoot down these chaff units, though. If one... Oh, I was going to say, if one gets in on that tank, it would be worthwhile. Oh, the sniper will definitely drop to those crawlers. Unless this tank spins around. Oh my god, can he save them? No. Alright, super heavy tanks win the day for RGL Trinity. And they earn another level. Man, those tanks. Elite Phoenix. Ooh, my. Or the skill specialist. Elite Phoenix for DasTruls. Haste module for RGL Trinity. Okay. Well, DasTruls was a aerial specialist, so now having these level 4 Phoenix, he unlocks them for free. They do have slightly greater range. They're expensive, though. But man, level 3 Phoenix are pretty darn good. You can't hate that. Wow, and the Vulcan finally comes out for RGL Trinity. So another thing that I'd be a little wary of, and I try and think about this all the time when I'm playing games, is, you know what? If I see something like level 3 Phoenix, it's not a card you see very often. Is this a good turn to transition to the Vulcan? In this case, almost certainly not. Vulcan, although they have a large HP pool, 52,000. How much damage are the Phoenix doing at level 3? With range, they do 13,000 damage. Yeah, these Vulcan will drop exceedingly quickly. So that's something that you need to be nervous about. Yeah, and the Phoenix are already online. This Vulcan's going to die before it... Wow, it just pitters out a tiny bit of fire. Another Vulcan bites the dust. He does clear up a lot of those crawlers, though. And that could be enough. The mass sniper fire is getting through, taking out a ton of Mustang. And let's see if the Stormcallers can finish this off. These snipers have to get online to start taking out the Phoenix. Looks like... Ooh, there's still 4 Phoenix left. Now there's only 3. Oh, that's it. DasTruls wins. Those Phoenix really did a good job cleaning up a lot of this, as well as just having these arc lights continue to grow more and more powerful. Oh my. Photon emission for DasTruls. Photon emission for both players. Both players playing a little bit more defensively. We do have quite a few upgrades available to the snipers. Snipers are great anti-Phoenix. And it looks like the snipers get the quick reload. DasTruls still has a ton of cash. Man, that's a lot of snipers. And it looks like more Phoenixes for DasTruls. I do like this. You know what works really well against Mass Sniper is Phoenixes with energy shields, and he does pick up the energy shield. Very good play here. You know what those Phoenixes are also a great answer to are these super heavy Sledgehammers. Now, each of the Sledgehammers has 64,000 HP, so they do actually have more HP per one than the entirety of the Vulcan. So it's very important that these Phoenix come online against the Vulcan first. They're already doing so. That should work out very, very well for him. These Vulcan definitely need range if he wants them to continue to survive or deal any damage. Nope, he thinks that the Vulcan are useless. I would say so as well. I'd be tempted to grab more tanks. Yeah, there they are. The tanks are basically serving the same purpose as the Vulcan. And just having them, he'll want to support them possibly a little bit more. As they do not have that much HP. And arc lights shoot very quickly. We'll see how it goes. Here comes the Mass Phoenix on the left. Man, they just obliterate the tanks before the tanks even land a single shot. In come tanks on the right, though, and they will pick up the sniper. That's pretty good. The Vulcan does very well because there aren't as many Phoenixes, and it looks like it's going to be a complete trade on the left and right. Oh, those Phoenixes with shields. You have to love the shields. They really, really help. Can this level 2 sniper? It does not survive. Man. RGL Trinity now just has to deal with Mass Phoenix. He'll get it eventually. I think there are enough snipers, and the snipers do just slightly outrange Phoenix. A little bit of damage here on DasTruls, but he's making good plays. He's trying to edge his way back into the game. Ooh, barrier could be very powerful on top of the Vulcan on the right-hand side. Nuke for DasTruls. DasTruls needs to kind of try and stay in the game. RGL Trinity does pick up the barrier. I think the barrier will have to go on the Vulcan. Okay, double shot plus quick reload. It does kind of just, you know, the double shot, although it increases your reload time, it does kind of get offset by the quick reload. I like this quite a bit. These snipers have huge range. Absolutely monstrous range. There's the shield. Vulcan still needs a bit of love. And I wouldn't hate to see a few more Stormcallers come out for RGL Trinity. DasTruls is already out of cash. He needs these shields to hold, but the likelihood of them doing so is quite low. Instead, RGL Trinity focuses on a few more tanks. It is just extra shots that the Phoenix have to take. I would honestly also consider placing a couple of crawlers way in the back line, just so that once the front line is kind of cleared out, you have some more chaff to come in and absorb damage from these Phoenix. Here's the nuke. Will it work? I think so. These tanks are just driving through the fire and the flames. They take a lot of damage. Will they level this round? It doesn't look like it. They're getting good damage, though. They might earn a level. Nuke goes off. Absolutely devastating. That shield, though, was still up. And it's down to, once again, snipers versus Phoenix. But there's just an absurd amount of Phoenix now. There needs to be a lot more chaff here for RGL Trinity, and it doesn't look like he has it. DasTruls evens up the game. Round 11. Jeez, we don't see many games go this long. Is RGL Trinity worried? Lightning Storm does do a significant amount of damage. Not only that, slowing down the Phoenix would be huge. No. DasTruls is opting just to keep playing these big, heavy cards. A Lightning Storm is basically a nuke. And it could seriously damage these units here on the left. Now, these tanks, actually, I believe they'll die 6,000. Yeah, they die in like 2 shots to the arc light. And the arc light has splash damage. So I don't think tanks are the way to go about it much longer, unless he wants to give the tanks range and deploy a few units of crawlers. No, Mustang is the answer. Level 2 Mustang with anti-air. Okay, good. This will really help him take care of the Phoenix. DasTruls looks like he just continues to upgrade the Phoenix. The Phoenix now have quantum reassembly, an extremely important upgrade. Snipers are lagging behind a little bit, but there's no reason to keep upgrading your snipers when you have such important units in the form of these Phoenix. Big Lightning Storm. Oh no. The Lightning Storm does deal enough damage just to cripple light units such as the Mustang and these crawlers. Let's see if RGL's Trinity is scared of it. I personally would be. After getting nuked once, if I see the Lightning Storm come out and I've taken that much damage from it, I would play out a couple of shields. The shields will die exceedingly quickly. but no shielding. And it looks like the lightning storm will do devastating damage. Oh, all the Mustang. I just saw like half of them die. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right. The left is lost. Can you win the right? It looks like it, as the Mustang do deal a significant amount of damage to Phoenix. They're backed up with some snipers. It looks pretty good. The Mustang are dropping very quickly, but down goes the tower. Now snipers have a chance to kind of get in here and start cleaning up some of these units. I don't know if there will be too many Phoenix, though, especially as they will respawn and the tower drops. Without that lightning storm, RGL Trinity may have been in a good spot. We shall see. It's a significant amount of damage once again. Oh my gosh, bringing RGL Trinity down to the 1,000 mark. Oh, I rate the junior manufacturing highly, but it's just too late in the game. I think the orbital javelin is quite good. Yeah, and both players agree with me. Unfortunately, these Mustang are kind of bricked up, where a javelin could come in and just really take out both of them. Mustang now have range. Javelin here. Alright, he might get 2 units of Phoenix. I don't believe so. Lots of sniper upgrades. These snipers need to continue to upgrade because they have to deal with all of these Phoenix. I'm still thinking that RGL Trinity just needs a few more units of chaff. Even if he were just to play a couple more units of chaff, that would go very well for him. Wow, these tanks are actually heavy enough to survive the orbital javelin. Let's see what he thinks. Yes, he agrees with me. Grabbing another unit of chaff and actually 3 more Mustang as well. Das keeps using his cash. He has extra money from the top supply specialist, so he keeps playing out 3 shields a turn. Now, these shields are absorbing a ton of damage for him. Slowly but surely, though, RGL Trinity is building up more units than DasTruls, just because he can deploy up to 4 units, whereas Das can only deploy 3. Let's see if that makes any difference. Oh wow, anti-air on the arc lights. How many arc lights are on the field here for RGL Trinity? 2? May not be the way money should have been spent there, but we'll find out. Lots of missiles. We see the difference between aggression and defense. See if it makes any difference. The tanks immediately start plinking away the shields. These guys survive, but they're going to be on the front lines and are easily cleaned up. That's a lot of XP for the enemy units. The right is just a devastating loss. This Vulcan actually having the burning helps a lot when dealing with these units. Down goes the shield, and it looks pretty good for RGL Trinity, but don't count out this mass amount of Phoenix just yet. Oh, I'm counting them out, though. That's a lot of snipers. We'll see if it works. The double shot does clear off shields and then hit down on the Phoenix. Oh, there's not many Phoenix left, but some are respawning. Let's see if the snipers can plink them all off. It looks like they do. Wow. That's incredible. DasTruls does... Oh, wow. The game is basically even. DasTruls takes a lot of damage. Smoke bomb coming out for Das. Not a bad play, because it does last 2 rounds. Both players grab the smoke. RGL Trinity really needs to shield up. This could very well be the last round. Oh my, and the orbital bombardment is live for both players as well. And the photon emission. Jeez. Mass upgrading across the board for Das. Let's see if there's mass upgrades happening for RGL Trinity. Smoke down the center. Now, Phoenix actually do get affected by the smoke. It's kind of silly, but they do. And these Phoenix tend to push up this left-hand side. Does RGL Trinity grab a whole bunch of more Mustang, a whole bunch more snipers, or honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to just having a Vulcan and giving them both range. Das opens up with the Overlords. Okay. 3 level 3 Overlords. He could do it. He could do it. Pay the $50 and get another one. With the Miyamoto cannon. No, instead of getting a 3rd one, he does opt to play out some shields. The Overlord artillery is extremely important, though. It deals a ton of damage, easily able to... Oh, actually, it won't be enough to kill these level 6 snipers. Jeez, that's not something you see every day. How much range does this guy have? 228 range. That is madness. Trinity has $350 left. I would highly recommend he play out some shields. Shields are great. He does grab 1, 2, and maybe 3. Perfect. 4 shields versus 4 shields. Orbital bombardment is not likely to do much here. And these Mustang are now level 3. They're actually hitting quite hard. Let's see if he has enough. Wow, just a huge wave of units coming in from both the left and the right. The smoke actually not working to old RGL's Trinity there. His units now have to engage very close by, and actually these Overlords are doing quite well for themselves. Let's see if a tower can drop in time. It doesn't look like it. This Overlord is really scooting up the line, but down it goes. Oh no. That might be that. Does DasTruls have enough HP? I don't think so. It looks like there's more than 11 snipers on the field. Oh, there is not. Wow. One more round. Ooh. I don't like any of these. I think they're all kind of useless. Mobilized battleship for RGL Trinity. He does have extra cash, so you might as well use it. Mass upgrades. These snipers are all getting very high upgrades. That's incredible. I would honestly say, Das, pick up some Stormcallers, man. Pick up three level 2 Stormcallers and have them just hammer one flank. Especially if they have range. They won't outrange the snipers at this point, but they will just blow away a lot of the chaff. At this point, though, he's very much committed to the arc lights. Arc lights still have a ton of range here, 178. There's the Wasps. Do the Wasps get shields? Oh my. Answered by the rumbling of 3 level 2 fortresses. Do these fortresses get the anti-air barrage? You know what works quite well against Wasps is the anti-air barrage. I would love it if these Wasps did get shields, though. Kind of run out of cash. Instead opts for the speed. Oh my gosh, he doesn't even burn the midnight oil. DasTruls, you have money. Spend it. It's probably your last round of the game. Wow. Let's see how this goes. Now, these fortresses don't really have any upgrades. That might be their downfall. They are a huge HP pool, so at least the Phoenix will shoot at them for a little bit, but they are really only here to take out these arc lights. Wow, they actually make it quite far down the field. That is surprising. I would have thought they would be dead by now, but no, they are able to take just a huge amount of fire. An absolute ludicrous amount of fire. Down it goes. This fortress still standing strong. Is he going to get the tower? No. He ended up shooting a Mustang instead. These snipers, though, they will get a tower. Oh, easy trade there on the left, and this looks like it will go in the way of RGL Trinity. These Phoenixes, oh, well, there's a lot of them respawning, but I think they're just going to get gunned down every time they respawn. Oh, maybe not. What the heck? Enough of them are respawning. Holy crap. That's insane. So many Phoenix respawn. Will it be enough to kill RGL Trinity? No. Only 3 actually spawn in time to deal damage. Round 15. Round 15. That is unheard of. Laser sights on the fortresses is great. Giant Hunter would be good, but I truly don't think the game will go on that long. Okay, both players opt for the laser sights. I think that's a wise decision. Laser sights on this level 3 Overlord gives it 155 range. Let's see if the fortresses grab the anti-air barrage, or even just shields is quite nice. It means that you have 3 shields just to march around with. Each player has like $3,000 to start with. Oh my god, the mass upgrades. Man, I haven't played a game of Mechabellum that went past round 10 in probably, I don't know, 2 weeks. This is crazy. Mass Overlord with Wasps. All he needs is the shield on the Wasps. He has the $300 odd to do it. No. Still no shielding. I would highly recommend that you pick up shielded Wasps when dealing with a whole bunch of marksmen. Of course, there are more than enough Mustang to chew through those Wasps, but such is life. Man, so many Mustang here for RGL Trinity. Let's see if these fortresses get the anti-air barrage. It's not very good, and I don't think it's very good because it can miss. I have seen the fortress fire out their anti-air barrage and just do basically nothing. Nuke coming down here for DasTruls. The game has actually gone long enough where he gets his nuke, and then next turn he'll have his lightning storm. I mean, given the amount of units on the field, I would think that round 15 will be the end of this. But if only 1 or 2 Phoenix survive, or 1 or 2 snipers, we could see this go into the next round. We do see the anti-air barrage come out for RGL Trinity. Ooh, how did that tower drop so quick? Just the super long range of the snipers at 211. That's probably going to make the difference here. I don't think DasTruls will be able to survive this. Both towers drop insanely quickly. All of the units survive the nuke, just because I think he only caught like 2 units in the nuke. And that is that. Man, the super long range on the snipers really did make a difference there. Congratulations to both players. I have not seen somebody take 5,270 damage as overkill. Great job. If you want to see your game on the channel, please make sure to just send it to the breenjoeshow email. It is in the description below. Like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you all in the future. Bye.